Hello YouTube, my name is Eddie and welcome to my channel, Eddieinreadingland. Today I thought I'd bring you guys my favorite depictions of the Empress. Okay guys, and just to get started, I just want to look and see that I'm ready and have my notes so that I don't miss out on the name of the tarot, the tarots or the depictions of the Empress from the tarot that I'm going to show you. But yeah, so as always, I'm going to show you two honorable mentions, and we're going to have a top 3 of my favorite Empresses from the tarot that I currently own. And for my first Empress, I want to show you the Empress from the Shadowscapes Tarot by Stephanie Puy-Moonlaw. And I don't think this was a shocking choice for anyone, because Stephanie Puy-Moonlaw is the artist who has made my favorite tarot of all time. And I like this Empress for various reasons. I like the fact that we see an Empress who has harvested their vegetables, who has harvested their fruit. And not only that, there's a sort of mystique for this Empress, because I feel like she's changing her vegetables and all of her fruit and all of her harvest into something that can be expanded, or like these butterflies and these moths over here. It makes really total sense to me that the Empress will have a sort of expansion to her power, and this mystique and this alluring way that the Empress is manifesting and manipulating the energy, manipulating her harvest, just it makes total sense to me, and it makes me smile. It really does inspire me. This is a more inspirational sort of Empress, and I really like it. I like the colors. I like the fact that they are orange. I like the fact that they are strong, vibrant reds as well. And I like that she's standing on this arch created by this wood, as if she herself was placing herself on a pedestal, which is a little vain, yes, but again, it's sort of appropriate for the Empress, and I really like it. For my second honorable mention, I have Fyodor Pavlov's Empress. And I just really like this Empress, because not only you can see that she's a bounty herself, but she's very bountiful and very generous in sharing. I think that is well depicted in this card by the Empress spilling these waters over here, which is also a sort of expansion of it on itself, right? Expanding our resources, and in this case water, and sharing it with everybody else. So I really like it. I love the blooms in over here in the basket, and I love the blooms in her hair. I love the fact that this Empress has a heart in her hand. For some reason, I choose to believe that this is not only a figurative heart, but also a literal one, as if the Empress is showing us her heart and giving us her heart as well, with everything that she is gifting us. I really like it. I like that her breasts are bare, because it makes me think that she has decided to be vulnerable herself and be open. And you know, she's here, she's naked, she has exposed her breasts to us, and she really wants to show us a sort of sensuality that I rarely get to see on the Empress. And this is really good. I really like it. It's only an honorable mention because I feel like this Empress is, even though I can feel that she's powerful, that she's what's the word that I'm looking for here? That she is not as powerful as other empresses that I have seen depicted, especially with from my top 3. So here we go. Let's see, for my next Empress, it'll be the Empress from the Classic of Mountains and Seas by Carolyn Zing. And this Empress to me exemplifies a lot of power. Not only by her stern and her seriousness and her posture, that's very erect, but also, I don't know, this golden color on her robes and this sort of weird smoke thing that's coming out of her throne makes me think that the Empress is not only that her power doesn't only come from her physical appearance, but it also comes from somewhere else. So I really, really like it. I like this orb here. I think it's a gong. I'm not very sure if it's a gong or not, but I think it is a gong. But to me, it mostly represents the planet Venus. So I think that Carolyn did a really, really great job adding that extra layer with that planet over here that I choose to see as a planet. I'm sure that it's a gong. I did read the small guidebook that comes with the with this tarot, but it just tells the story of this woman, or the character that she's supposed to be, from the Classics of Mountains and Seas, which I have not read. I've not read the book. It's an ancient Chinese text and it's super long. But at least from what I've read from Carolyn's guidebook, this is an Empress in that book. And she is feared and loved by everyone. And she's one of those dangerous characters, I would say, as per the story that I read. But I also love the fact that we have an Asian Empress. This is amazing. It's very rare that we get to see an Asian Empress, and seeing this culture exemplified in tarot and depicted in the tarot. So I really, really like this. I love her hairdo. I know that that's not important, but I love the fact that her hair is up in this really elaborate sort of bun on her, and also on her headdress. It's just it has, she feels like she has equal power to the Emperor. That's why I really, really like this Empress. But yeah, she is number 3. Not only she is number 3, because I like number 2 better. And my top 2 is the Empress from the Lost Hollow Tarot by Pixel Occult, which I checked online on their Etsy shop, and it appears that they are on hiatus, which is maybe not concerning, but to me, but it's a little disappointing. They have an excellent shop. They have excellent decks available. I really, really like this tarot specifically because, as you can see from this Empress, the characters are incredibly dark. Some of them are very demonic, but they're also very monstrous. And I really, really, really enjoy... Well, and not to mention that actually this deck is only black, white, and red. And that color palette is just wonderful to work with. I love the combination. I love how it looks, especially because we do get a lot of empty space, black space or white space in the deck, but it just really, really works. I mean, we can definitely see that here on the Crown of Stars from the Empress, and the black from her dress, and also her hair. this is just a very dark example of the Empress, and I really, really like it. It's also very rare and very seldom for me to see a dark side of the Empress. Usually people depict her very bountiful and happy and joyous, which is great. I mean, I like a smiling Empress, but this really stern, really scary, really dark part of the Empress is not only also very powerful, but it really lets me know that there's a part of the Empress that, she, even though she's an Empress, she is still the queen of the realm. She will do what she can to defend her subjects, even if that means that she's a warrior. I choose to believe that this character here is a warrior, especially exemplified with the horns over here. I'm pretty sure that they have the strength to go against anyone, and not only because of the horns, but also because of her very assured, very self-reliant, maybe, part of this Empress. She looks like she can just move people away with just one look. I mean, she is that intimidating. She is that intimidating to me in this character. I think that what most draws me about this Empress and what's most magnetic is her expression. I like that we get to see a more active part more fiery part of the Empress. And besides, she's also very beautiful. I mean, the blooms over here that adorn her, the foliage in the background, it's just, everything just really, really works. And also, again, it's very seldom that we get to we get to experience an Empress that is not white. And this Empress, well, I mean, she looks black to me. I hope that she's black. At least I'm choosing to see her as black. But it just adds another layer to this. It's beautiful. This Empress is just very beautiful. Pixel Cult did an amazing job illustrating this Empress, especially the expression on her face. It just totally works for me. It's intimidating, it's powerful, it's strong, it's beautiful. She feels like she's able to expand herself and use the resources that she has to do so. It's just really, really, really works for me. And the fact that her headdress also has rays of sun around her, giving her not only the intelligence but also the brilliance and the glow to move forward. It just totally works for me. This image is extremely well done. I really like this Empress, but it doesn't compare to my first choice for the Empress, and that one will be the Empress from Terror of the Starbound Fantasia by Taylor Ellis. If you guys watched my previous video on the review for the Terror of the Starbound Fantasia, I didn't really talk much about... Oh, actually, no, I did. I gushed a bunch about this Empress, but I held back a little so that I was able to actually speak about it on this video, because I just feel like this is the epitome of the Empress. The first thing that I'll say is that this Empress seems very culturally diverse. I guess it would be the expression. She doesn't look white, she doesn't look black, she doesn't look Asian, she doesn't look Latina, but she looks like she can be any of those things. Or maybe she's all of those things. Maybe she's multiracial. Who knows? But again, this Empress is just working out for me so well. I really like the fact that if you hear that, those are my puppers. They are supposed to be giving me some time for me to do this video, but as you can see, it's not working. They're really cute though. I really like them. Maybe you guys will see them someday. But yes, this Empress feels out of this world, and at the same time, it also feels very much part of my reality. When I see this Empress, I'm not only inspired to follow her, but I'm also inspired to obey her. I feel like this Empress is also very intimidating, very strong, but also very gentle. I can see the gentleness, especially in the pose that she's in with her arms spread and her chest open, her eyes staring at you, but not in a menacing way. They're looking at you as if you are one of her children, one of the people that she's meant to protect. I really like that about this Empress. I enjoy immensely the use of color in this deck, especially with this Empress. This really bright magenta against this really toned down purple in this darker blue. It's a color palette that I had never seen or rarely see, and that apparently I enjoy very much because she looks just so very fierce. There's a sense of drag culture as well with this Empress because of there's melodrama, there's a sort of theatricality to her garments and her headdress, and the fact that she has wings made out of tree bark, because this is a tree that I believe she's actually standing. She's not really sitting down on her throne. I believe that she is actually standing, which is another incredibly different approach to the Empress. I like the fact that she's standing up because that makes me feel like she's ready to take action, that she's able to do that and she's not afraid to do so. So I really, really like that. The bees over here, the bee energy for the Empress, it just makes total sense. The Empress as the queen bee. I mean, the symbolism is just spewing out of this card, and I really, really enjoy that. We have the Empress carrying the world right in where her womb area would be. And I really like that. I guess it's a different and new sort of play on the pregnant Empress. We know that this Empress is not pregnant, but we know that she has the potential to do so. And we know that she has the potential because she's carrying a world. So that's just blowing out of the park. I can talk about this Empress all day, and just pick on all of the symbology that I see. I see the crown of stars over here. I see the 7-pointed star over here on top of the Empress, just providing her with that brilliance, that intelligence that she needs to help herself and all of us move forward, to expand. I like that the expansion of the Empress that I like is being exemplified here by this pattern on her dress. And again, I like the fact that there's a tree of life. I'm not really sure if you guys can see it, but let me see if I can get this closer so that you guys can see better. But here we have the tree of life on her dress, which is more intricate than it actually looks. But again, to me, this means that the Empress has not only the potential to ground and to be spiritual, but also carry life. And that's very telling about the Empress. I really like that. I really enjoy that layer to her. And see, she is standing up instead of sitting down on the tree that's supposed to be her throne. and she's winged by it as well. I really like this. I like that you can see the universe in the background of this Empress, because again, it just exacerbates the expansion that I like to see on the Empress. I also like that this Empress seems to be vulnerable and also in the offensive. I like the juxtaposition a lot. So yeah, this is definitely my favorite depiction of the Empress. I will say that this deck's art is incredibly original. I really enjoy using the Terror of the Starva and Fantasia because it just it gives me really interesting and very different depictions of the cards, and I really enjoy that. At this point in my time as a tarot reader, what I most look like in or what I seem to notice that I look more in a deck is not only that it's beautiful, but it's also that it's going to challenge me. So yeah, I'm gonna leave you with this image of the Empress, but let me know in the comments which of these empresses you like best. Or which is your favorite depiction of the Empress from any of the decks that you guys have, or maybe any decks that there are out there. I would very much like to know, and I'm looking forward to having a chat with you guys in the comments. But yes, thank you so much for joining me on this video. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much again, and bye YouTube.